Another surprising shift in market today. Welcome back, everyone, to my Monday market update. In this episode, I'm gonna talk to you another shift that we kind of see interesting, and I'm excited to share with you this data because if you follow my previous week market update, we talk about a lot about the comfort market index. In this episode, we also talk about that because I want to continue focusing on seeing the shift of the market so that I can present the information to you, right? In this market right here, as you see, we have 6 large cities that has an increase in the market index, in the comfort market index. Number 1 is Chandler, 2 is Phoenix, Cape Creek, Avondale, Tempe, and Paradise Valley. Those have the positive change, okay? Positive means that is moving toward favor the seller. Okay, so the buyers has less favor, less negotiation power in those cities for the last week, especially Chandler. As you see, Chandler has been number 2 and number 3 for a little while after a long period of time. Number 1, now it come back to the number 1, which is the most seller favorable market. And in fact, if you're looking for a house in Chandler right now, it's super competitive for you to buy a house in Chandler market. Even though I understand that some of you may say is the market is slow and there's a lot of inventory and things like that. But if you are actually searching, you're gonna see that for Chandler, it's gonna be really difficult for you to get an offer accepted. Okay, now the other things that I want to point out, the average CMI, the comfort market index, is about negative 4.2%. Some of you, if you stop right here, you can say, see, I told you the market going down. However, though, if you compare to previous week, it's negative 4.8%. So while it's still a negative number for this week at 4.2%, it's actually less negative. And if you even watch the previous week videos, you're gonna see that the week even before that, the first week of November, you see a more negative number. So it's actually less and less and less favor. It's still not good for the seller, right? But it lasts quickly than last week. Okay, so it's still negative change to the comfort market index, but it's actually the rate, the change, the speed of change is much better compared to last week. Okay, overall, we're gonna see that the worst performance is Fountain Hills, negative 28.28%. The best performance, like I said, is Chandler and Cape Creek, which is 7% increase compared to the previous week, right? So that is a very good news for homeowners in Chandler and Cape Creek. You may not have the pressure of the market, and it's easy for you to sell in this current market. Okay, for the seller in Fountain Hills, you definitely have to be very carefully of the price and as well as the strategy for you to market your property on the market. Okay, the cities that showing a very weak signals like Buckeye, Surprise, Maricopa, Mesa, and Scottsdale. Okay, for the first 3 area, that is an outskirt area, and there's no surprise. They on the list of the cities that's worst performance cities last week, and now they are still here as well. For Scottsdale and Mesa, I think it's mainly because Scottsdale is a luxury market and it's slow in this time of the year, right? Most of the people traveling and holidays and things like that, so it's slow for the luxury markets in Scottsdale. For Mesa, that isn't interesting because I don't actually understand why Mesa is so bad, but we're gonna continue watching it and see if any trend we can withdraw. When we look at the real estate data, we not just look at one point in time, right? We have to look at the trend and see what's going on. Okay, so here's some market direction. Sellers market slow. All right, number 1, you have to pay attention to this, even though it's still a drop in the market condition. However, it's actually slowing down. Okay, the drop has been slowing down. And you see that negative 4.8 of last week. Now this week is only negative 4.2. All right, so that's an overall. Overall, we still have 7 sellers market, 5 balanced market, and 5 buyers market. Okay. For those of you who are waiting, this is the reason why I want to bring it up, is for those of you who are still waiting for the market to drop, to completely flat out, to completely turn down like 10, -10, -20%. You may see that. You may not see. I'm sorry. You may not see that. Okay. You may not see that because with the speed right now, it's actually going to start going back up event very soon. When, we don't know. It's really depend on the a lot of different factor, and I think a lot of people. Number one right now is the interest rate. Number two is the holiday, and number three is probably gonna wait for the interest for the market to turn, like the economy to turn better, a little bit better before they can go buy a house. Okay, so those are my report for this market update, and thank you so much for everyone for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.